Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time, we closed the door on Oogie Boogie's manure. Because I don't think he cleans up, so we might as well call it a manure. But, regardless, we closed the door on his manor and sealed the keyhole in Halloween Town. And with this, there's only 2 worlds left to explore. But before I do that, I need to get some money up to restock on potions. So off into the second district I go. Monkeys. One day soon, mark my words, you will be powerless against me. And I will deliver to you all the pain you released tenfold. Now that that's done, let's get the last bit of these potions, then head out to our new world. There isn't anything I need to get here in Monstro, at least not right now. I just warp here so that I will be halfway to the new world. I must be smart about this, because the gummy road there is already long enough as is.
Come on, Sebastian!
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
What do you mean?
They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
We're from kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Triton will not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
Well, the newest world in our journey needs no introduction. 1989's The Little Mermaid, largely considered by many to be the beginning of the Disney Renaissance, but in my personal opinion, I consider The Great Mouse Detective to be the true star from a commercial standpoint. It has been one of the faces of Disney Animation's film division throughout the 90s and aughts, with 2 straight-to-the-video films, an animated TV series, one live-action stage show, and most recently, a feature-length live-action adaptation of the film released in 2023. But how did The Little Mermaid make it to film for the first time? Well, for that, we jump back to the 30s. Like the Snow Queen and Snow White, The Little Mermaid was another public domain story in out in the wilds during the early days of Walt Disney Pictures, and Walt himself wanted to do an adaptation immediately after Snow White was released, but it was cancelled due to several reasons.
Good job! Now let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Eh? Class is over. Good luck.
The first being the rather grim ending of the original story, and two, said Pitch being part of an anthology film, much like Fantasia. Snow White's success necessitated that each one of Disney's feature-length animation projects had to stand on their own 2 feet as a story, rather than doing a full short film as part of packaging. Thus, the project was shelved until 1985. And it is here that Ron Clements, co-director of The Great Mouse Detective, presented a 2-page pitch to Jeffrey Katzenberg during one of the infamous Gong meetings. Said pitch was rejected due to similarities to the 1988 Disney rom-com Splash 2, but Katzenberg was to change his mind the next day, believing that this might just be the idea that could keep the animation studio afloat. Thus, The Little Mermaid, along with Oliver and Company, were greenlit into production in 1987. But once again, production of the film would be stopped to focus a bit more on Oliver and Company and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Said pause would actually help Ariel's debut on the big screen, as Musker and Clements would be assigned the secret sauce to its memorability. Howard Ashley, who wrote the lyrics and produced all the songs in the movie. So, Poor Unfortunate Fools, Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, all him. And finally, The Little Mermaid would be the first feature-length animation project for Disney to be handled by 2 separate divisions, with the main production being done at the Burbank studio, and a few little extra parts being done by the newest animation studio for Disney, which was located on the back lot of Disney MGM Studios and Walt Disney World Resort. Over there, Mark Henn would handle the animation duties for Ariel's human form, Ursula's alter ego, Vanessa, and King Triton himself. As for CGI, that would have to be outsourced to Pacific Rim Productions, a small studio in Beijing. And finally, Pixar's CAP system would be used to do the final shot of the movie and its credits. The real litmus test for that system would come with the next film here, The Rescue Went Down Under, and then with Beauty and the Beast. The highest budget applied to any of their animated features to date. A chunky $40 million. Please put this into context. The Great Mouse Detective only cost $14 million to make. The Little Mermaid was a commercial juggernaut to all parties involved, earning $84.4 million in North America, $27.2 million with its 1997 reissue, and $123 million in foreign territories. However, one person that saw it as a disappointment was Katzenberg himself, due to his belief that the film could have made a bit more in the domestic market. Oh well, you still had your job, and you still had your division going, Jeffy. As for its first home video release, The Little Mermaid would sell over 7 million copies in its first month, and go on to sell 13 million by the end of its first print run in 1993. As for its adaptation here in Kingdom Hearts, we have our second case of the development team doing their own thing within the confines of Disney's story. Like Halloween Town, this version of Atlantica only really adapts the first hour or so of the movie and keeps it under the sea. So no Prince Eric, no Kiss the Girl, and no Seagirl Go companion played by Ben Wright will be showing up in this Let's Play. Honestly, I think that's for the best. As now, you have a setup for Atlantica to return in the late game, which would happen to being a full adaptation, and would clear the way for any of the rest of the IP to be adapted. Because, of course, there's still the television series, there's still the second and third movies. But I guess we'll get that whenever we get Kingdom Hearts 4. Because none of these parts of the IP have shown up in the later games. As for the world itself, Atlantica is fine. And its greatest criticism is, of course, the swimming control. The first time I played this game, I hated these controls because of just how easily you can get lost whilst trying to keep up with the Heartless, or just find your way around. But nowadays, this is fine. It just takes a little bit to get used to. Let's get over to the palace, and hopefully we'll be able to find some help. Okay, I sealed the keyhole in Halloween Town, so why are those Heartless showing up here? Please explain that to me, game.
That was too close. As long as I have my Triton, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
Daddy?
Oh, Ariel, when will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas, His Majesty King Triton.
And who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Well, it's a...
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy!
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear? Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her safety.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty, they seem to be coming from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
Come on! Thunder! Thunder! Here!
Well, that's gonna do it for this part. Next time, we make our way to Ariel's grotto and hopefully come up with a way to help her convince her daddy to let her swim freely. Until then, folks,